Alright guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to look at a video today. We're going to watch Handsome Dave have a match with Neil way back. It's not going to go good for Neil. It's just the way it is, you know. Dave's way bigger. It's just the way she goes, right? You know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. So let's start it off. So you can see here, Neil just immediately pulls. He doesn't want anything to do with trying to be on top of Dave. I don't know. That's not true. But so Neil pulls and he's looking to play some reverse De La Hiva. Maybe I think he probably wants to get into the half guard here. But Dave's standing. Rare, very rare for Dave that he stands. Like, where's this coming from? But he's standing. Dave's standing, and you can see he started out with the double lapel grips, which are great because you can pull the guy off the mat. And especially if someone's trying to play, they're trying to play a guard where they're back on the mat. And when they're putting their back on the mat, that's what they want to do, right? So if you grab their lapels and pull them off the mat, that really puts a wrench in their whole game, right? But here we have Dave's. He switched now from the double lapels, and now he's playing lapel and pant grip. Now, normally, what you'd see is the opposite of what Dave's doing here. If you're trying to knee slice or whatever, where you'd have your in Dave's case, his right hand would be on the collar, and his left hand would be looking for like an overhook or a sleeve grip to try to like flatten Neil out and start to try to knee slice. But now more and more, these grips that Dave's playing here are becoming more and more prevalent because with these two grips, one, you can stop inversions with the grip on the lapel. So because Dave has the grip on Neil's lapel there, Neil's not going to be able to invert and go into his Kiss of the Dragon, all that kind of stuff. And on top of that, Dave also has the grip on the pant, right? So like that will also stop inversions, right? Well, not stop it, but it'll measure inversions, right? You can see when it's coming, you can feel it, right? But especially that grip on the lapel is going to really stop. But these two grips now, more and more, you're seeing guys pass with these grips using like the traditional knee cut, right? And you might see it here from Dave. They get reset. Dave just like picks Neil up like it's nothing. Like didn't even feel you, bud. Didn't even feel you. Yeah, yeah. Now, what I would say is, see how close Dave's feet are together here. Like that's good. So if Dave wants to smash and go to his right side, that's what he wants. But this is not a position where you'd want to like hang out with your feet that tight together. Because we got to always think about like where our base is, right? So your base is like the square footage that you have over the mat, and then where your center of mass is. So if you're a man, like your center of mass is mostly right where your heart is. If you're a woman, it's a little bit lower, closer to your belly button. But you never want to have your center of mass not over your base. And your base can change all the time, right? You can always like be basing with your hands and your feet and your head. So right now you can see Dave's base is like like if you were to shine a lantern downwards on Dave, the shadow that his outline would make on the mat would be what his base is, right? And his center of mass is pretty much over that right now, which is good. But to his left and to his right, he is weak. So if Neil off balances a little bit in that direction, then it will put him out. But you can see Dave just doesn't respect Neil at all. Just doesn't respect him. You can see that, like he just like lazily backsteps. He doesn't even sprawl on that hook. Like if Neil had a strong hook there with his right foot, if Neil had a strong hook there, Dave would have never he just brushed that hook off like it was nothing. You watch, he just walks around. So Neil starts to like, I mean, that's a good idea. right? It's always a good idea to start to face your opponent, and Dave smartly just spins right to the back. But then Neil tries to face him again, and when he faces him again, he gives up the points for the pass, and then Dave just steps right over into the mount like nothing. Like that was like there was no defense to that at all. Like we're right here, and he just steps right over. Neil does a good job of his trying to escape. Unfortunately, if you count it out, let's count it out here. So Dave steps over. 1, 2, 3 points. And now Neil escapes. So he gave up those points. Dave's still in dominant position. Neil's fighting hard. He's doing a good job. Look, he's really working his like. Here's one great thing that Neil just did. And let's go back and like watch. Now, if you're a blue belt or a white belt, and you're like, how do I get better? How do I get better? How do you get better? Man, you get your shit pushed in. That's how you get better. You train. That's what Neil does. And you watch what Neil does here is really smart because watch what he does. He gets up on his side. He has good frames. He's framing right here. He's framing on Dave's bicep. Dave's leaning really over Neil. So Dave's weight, Dave's making a little bit of a mistake here. If Dave were to sink his hips down to the mat more and not have his weight over top of Neil, because right now he's over Neil's hips, which are Neil's power center, right? So when Neil goes to bridge here, you'll watch Dave gets pushed off. And even though like Neil's way smaller than Dave, it doesn't matter because like Dave's center of mass was over top of Neil's power. And Neil just gets up on his side. And he bridges. He uses his frame smartly. You can't really see from this angle, but he's making space. He's stopping that crossface from coming in and smashing him down. And he gets up on his side and moves his hips out. He's trying to like regard, and he just rethinks of it, and then he goes to regard again. So like he made it like he was gonna try to regard when it wasn't looking like it was gonna happen. He just tried to get out to wrestle, and then when it looked like he could go back to guard, he goes back to guard. Now they're going to get reset here. So we'll watch the replay here really quick. Dave just lazily backsteps and passes. Neil doesn't even try to stop it. And then he's right 7 points down. Good job, Neil. Dick. Just kidding, Neil. I love you, buddy. All right, Neil. Now here's where Neil's dangerous. So you get in Neil's half guard here, and you allow him to get that underhook. And you look, Neil's not being stupid. He doesn't have his underhook really high up over. See how his arm's going underneath Dave's butt? That's how you underhook in the half guard. If you try to underhook around the butt, you're going to get stopped by the butt. The butt is big. And Neil, even here, he's not quite where he needs to be, but let's watch, see if he gets there. Oh, he switches off. Yeah. So Dave's trying to sit to his side there. Let's go back a second here. So we see like he's there we go. We just saw that there too. Dave's immediately watch when Neil bases here, and Dave's already thinking Kimura. Right there, right here. He's thinking I might be able to Kimura that. Okay. Now Neil switches off to a high underhook here. And let's watch what happens. So Dave's starting to sit like he's chair sitting with his right leg, and he's straightening out his left leg. Now, when you do that, you are sacrificing your base. And look, Neil switches his hips and comes up top. So Dave, in an effort to try to free his leg gets straightened out. And then once his leg is straightened out, he's fucked. He can't turn his hips back into Neil, because when he turns his hips back into Neil, he's going to get swept. And now you can see here he's looking again. He's looking at that Kimura, because that Kimura looks juicy, and he's way bigger than Neil, so it'll probably work out for him, right? Yeah. Oh, he just grabs it there. Oh, now he's there again. So here's the replay. He's looking at that Kimura. Neil keeps it away. But now he's working that grip. And now Dave's going to you can see there he's starting to play a half guard. Now, if I know anything about Dave, then there's going to be a butterfly guard coming in here any moment. Look, he's using it. Look. So here's what happened. I'm going to predict it right here. So Dave ends up on bottom, and he's in a half guard. He doesn't like it. Neil's got like a little shallow kind of underhook. He's kind of blocking a little bit, but he's really weakly blocking because it's only his like like that muscle. It's not like his back. It's just like his elbow. And Dave's leg is way stronger than Neil's elbow, right? So watch. Dave moves his hips, and he replaces there. And now he has a little bit of a knee shield. He's kind of making a little bit of space. Now watch. Now he's made that space. He's gonna switch there. Yeah, I knew it. He switches to the butterfly hook. Okay, now Neil's looking to smash here, right? Neil's looking to get underhook, get crossface, and make the smash happen. But watch. When you have someone that's good at playing butterfly hooks, like Dave's good at playing butterfly hooks, if they get butterfly hooks on you and you try to smash the upper body, then your lower body's going to get elevated and you're going to get off balance. See how Dave just reset right there? Watch again. Watch. Neil's going to try to smash. He's thinking he's good. Then there's the butterfly hook, right? Now he's thinking he's good. He's got the crossface underhook. Watch. Dave, butterfly hook, elevates the hips. He's using that overhook grip to pull on the belt too to help him elevate. And now watch, he's going to sit Neil forward. Okay? Now a little lazy there. Dave could have right away attacked the sweep, the butterfly sweep right away. Boom. You sit the guy forward and boom, you go. You don't wait. You go right for your butterfly sweep. So he's here. He should be thinking I'm going to sit him forward. And as I sit him forward and sit up, boom, I'm going for my sweep right away. I'm not going to reset. It's going to be boom. And then boom, I'm gone. It's over. He should already be swept. Watch, he gives Neil a chance here. Let's be fair. Dave might be just kind of just have, who knows how many rolls he's had before. He might be a little tired. He's obviously outweighs Neil. He's got more experience than Neil, so it's an easier roll for Dave, right? Now watch. And this is where we see how easy of it, not how easy of a roll it is, but we'll see the kind of control that Dave has in this roll, in that you can see already he's looking, he sees that there are another group that they might run into right now if he does the move that he wants to do. So he's got a butterfly hook, he's got an overhook grip. He's gripping the arm with the right arm with his left, like you would for a butterfly sweep. So he's not going to do a traditional to your side, elbow to shoulder butterfly sweep. He's going to go over top and he's going to pull and put it over top and put Neil over top. And as long as Dave keeps his right knee on the outside of Neil's hip, and he doesn't let his right hook get extended beyond that, they say 90 degrees, but that's, you can extend a little bit more than 90, but pretty much 90 degrees. As long as he doesn't let it get extended too far beyond 90 degrees, then he's not going to get, put off by this sweep. But it doesn't work. You can see he was trying to put him over top there, right? It just doesn't quite go on, And here we'll listen to. I think Dave even says can't go that way. Can't go that way. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a black belt rolling right there. So they kind of reset. They're thinking, oh, yeah, okay, here we go. But Dave's I'm just gonna do it to you again. I'm looking for this grip. Look at, like, Dave's got a real great butterfly guard. Like, he's off on his side here, really on his side. That's the thing with the butterfly guard. Like, the more you are square to the person, I mean, the more opportunity there is to, like, go into X guards and things. This is true. Or go into any other type of guard. But, like, this is a real Shanshi Ribeiro, like, Adam Wardzinski style, like, on his side, going with the overhook, looking for an arm drag. It looks like, yeah, not quite, not happening. Doesn't really happen, so he just kind of sits back, and he's just content to play like a different guard. He's going right to De La Riva, yeah. So he's going De La Riva. Now Neil tries to, like, he tried to there. We'll go back here. So you can see he tries to, like, I'm gonna try. Watch. He's like, I'm gonna try to smash pass, but not try to smash pass, I guess. So watch. He goes like the most half-hearted like attempt. No, and then he just gets put back. Yeah, no, you gotta, like, smash your hips. So you kind of float there. You float, but you don't put any weight with your hips. So right here, you're setting up your smash. You're going to turn your hips to the left, and you're going to blast that knee. Blast it through. Turn them in. Blast! But you just kind of, yeah, and then Dave just puts it back. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, Neil he's looking for like an over-under brother here. I don't know, he's just too small, or his weight looked pretty high there. So he's looking to get like an over-under pass, but with the shin, over the shin, pushing Dave's heel to his butt. But when you do that, you have to understand that this sweep is an option. When you do the over-under brother, this is a reality. Now, it shouldn't happen to you, because you should be able to, like, keep your weight down. But you have to understand, if you haven't experienced it, then you're gonna get swept like this, because Neil's weight is just way too high here. Okay, you can see he's looking for it, but, like, he brings his hips way up, and then he's like, especially Neil, you're smaller, man. You gotta be pinpoint with your weight, which sucks. I know, fucking sucks. Look out, and then he just gets put over. Dave's got that pant grip and that sleeve grip. He just engages his hips, takes the sweep, and now Dave's looking. He's just looking to be a big brother here for Neil. Really just trying to big brother him, putting him in a real bad spot, putting his asshole right in his face. Now, like, I know it's a terrible spot, but Neil, I get it. Like, you gotta defend, grabbing your own wrist. But once you've, like, secured and you feel like he's not pulling on you, you have a chance. Switch to his wrist. Here to switch to his wrist. Yeah, but it's over. I don't know what Neil taps to there. Dave might have fired in his face. Yeah, you can tell by Neil's face there. Yeah, you fired it in my face. I think Dave gets like an omoplata sweep here. But again, Neil, like, let's watch here. Look, Neil is gonna, look how he stands. So he's in, like, right here. So he's in like a headquarters position for passing. But you can see his posture is very, very broken. His base is a very small square on the mat, because his feet are very close together. Okay. His center of mass is over that base. This is true. But because his base is so narrow, it's going to be easy for Dave to off balance him, especially because Dave is bigger than Neil. Right? Neil has to be very diligent in what he does here when he's trying to pass. He can't have narrow base that's easily off balanced. Okay, because he is so small, he will get off balanced. He tries to like do an X pass, but yeah, Dave's not having any of it. Yeah, Neil's looking to close it. So here you go. Now that he's closed distance, now you can have your posture is broken. Yes, technically, but look at if you were to like trace like a rectangle that describes what his base is, it's very, very big, and it goes over top of Dave. And his center of mass is like right in the center of that, and it's pushing through Dave, which is good. But Dave still has that magic butterfly guard. And he's going to use it to off balance Neil again and make Neil a little uncomfortable. You can see here he's uncomfortable with the fact that Dave essentially has an arm drag. If Dave switches his left hand to Neil's sleeve and rips it across, Neil's in trouble. Yeah, that's why he shoots his hand in there for the underhook. Dave's foot is stuck with that hook too. Like still has that butterfly hook, which kind of is not great if you're trying to take the back. You want to actually remove that and kick it out so that you can go to the back, because otherwise it hinders your path to the back. But yeah, look, Neil. So look, Neil's going to try to create space here, but Dave has a great grip. As Neil tries to create space, he's going to open himself for an omoplata here. Yeah, Dave's got a great grip. He actually switched his grip twice there, very quickly. I don't know if he replaced as he switched, but yeah. So Neil, in it, trying to avoid being like overhead swept or trying to avoid being tripod swept, look at his arm. His arm is just wide open, and his neck is wide open. All of that is like, if the triangle is not coming, the omoplata is coming, and there's the omoplata. And he just goes with the sweep, but Dave knows that trick. It's not his first rodeo. He just goes up with it. There we go. Stand fast.